Hi guys, this is Spartan765 and today I'm doing a video. Aside from normal videos, usually my videos are in gunsmithing, but I also do locksmithing, like rekeying, picking, and building locks as well. I've never really broadcasted it much, if at all, on YouTube or anywhere else. But I'm just going to do a couple videos here today on how to rekey, basic videos. If you want more in-depth videos, let me know. Because rekeying a lock, the process takes about 10 to 15 minutes just to line everything up and cut the pins right. Okay, for instance, I'm going to show you here a quick example of locks I've rekeyed to make it per my benefit. There's a couple reasons you might want to rekey locks. Either you move in somewhere and there's different door locks on different stuff and you got like 10 keys, you don't want keys, all those different keys. Well, I moved into an apartment and I got issued my apartment key, and I also have a big bag of just doorknobs and deadbolts and stuff like that. So, you know, and they all take different keys. Here's a big set of keys, but I didn't want 50 keys in my key ring because I've already got enough keys in my key ring. I just wanted this one key to work with all these locks. Now, in order for that to work, there has to be one main thing. It has to be the right key type. And there are two main residential key types out there. Don't get me wrong, there are other types that are used for higher security purposes, but your two common keys are your quick-set design keys and your Schlegel pattern keys. Now, these are the two pattern keys that, I mean, when I say pattern keys, it's, you know, how the grooves are cut into the key so it will actually go into the cylinder, you know. An example of a Schlegel pattern key here is let me see if I got one on here. Here's a key to a Subway. So this one here happens to be a Schlegel pattern key. You know, instead of being cut square, these are cut at angles, and these will only go into Schlegel pattern locks. Now there's other keys out there like Mead Co. Those ones are pretty pick resistant. I mean, they're pretty damn hard to pick. It takes me a good 15-20 minutes to pick a Mead Co. lock, and I've only done it once. But as far as these quick-set pattern locks, they take me about 2.5 to 3 minutes to pick. You know, ones that are good, ones that have tighter. There was another company before Quickset that made a key pattern kind of like this. It was called Walser or Weiser. I think it's pronounced Weiser, and they were really easy to pick. Like, I can pick a Weiser lock in about 45 seconds because the keyhole is so much wider and you can pick it with almost anything. I mean, I used a precision screwdriver and a 1.5mm Allen wrench to pick it. I mean, they're not hard to pick. So Quickset here tightened up the opening, so it is a little slightly more difficult to pick, but not too incredibly difficult for anyone who's experienced at lock picking. Now, first off, I'm going to go over here, and when I moved in here, they put a new lock on the door. It's a Quickset lock. It's dual keyed, so it has a master, and this is the regular key. Obviously, the master is a lower cut, way lower cut. So the pin, like, you just, so what I mean by lower cut is, like, this is higher cut because this is a regular key. The master key is lower cut, like way close down to the line, so it doesn't interfere with the pins on the regular key. Now this Quickset here, Quicksets are a pretty good residential lock. They're very common. As you can see, they got a lot tighter hole there than a Weiser. I wonder if I have a Weiser lock here in this bag of shit. Let's see here. Yeah, here's a Weiser lock. And as you can see, that's a lot bigger hole. This Weiser lock here takes about 45 seconds to pick. They're not exactly ideal for optimal security. Now keep in mind, Quicksets are very good, you know, just to keep out your random retard, your stupid person, robber, don't know how to pick a lock. And this doorknob here was on this door in the bathroom. Some of the previous tenant had on. It's an off-brand, I don't know what it is. It doesn't say anywhere on there. It's a Walmart lock, you know, but the key didn't work, so I took it apart and rekeyed it here so the apartment key works in it. See? You know, and then from my bag of locks here, I have a Yale quick set keyed pattern lock that I put on a deadbolt on the door here because I got a bunch of guns in here. You know, it's just a hollow core door, not the best for security, but it'll keep out your average person. Like I said here, this one's made by Yale, but it's a quick set key pattern, as you can see. You know, as far as rekeying, oh, and I have another one that I did rekey also for the bottom doorknob because that does not have a key. I want a little extra security. That's this doorknob right here. I rekeyed this one. I think this one here is built by Yale too. You can see that works. Doorknobs are quick set knobs, or like actual quick set brand knobs, are a lot harder to take apart and rekey. They can be a real pain in the ass sometimes because they're not intended to ever be rekeyed. That's the thing. There are certain locks that are easier to rekey. Like Wiser, when they came out with their locks, they had this easily removable cylinder, which is, you know, you push in a pin here, twist this off, pop the cylinder out. You know, naturally to do that you have to have the key, twist it at an angle, and you can just push the cylinder right out. Or on top they got a slide cover on the top here. This is not one that was intended to be removable, but it just, you know, peened in there. You just lift it up with a screwdriver, pull it off. Your springs will come out, and your driving pins and your key pins. You know, usually to get the key pins out, if you got the driving ones out, just take it, rotate it, and dump them out. But okay. In here is where I keep, you know, I don't actually buy pin sets. I just take apart old locks. You know, the apartment complex will give me the old doorknobs and locks, and I'll take the pins out, the ones that are broken. The locks that are broken, the pins, I'll take them out and put them in here to reuse them. The springs. Now, I'm just going to do a quick example here. I got a quick set cylinder. This is for a deadbolt that I've already disassembled here. You know, this one here needed to be oiled really bad. You know, this is an exterior lock here that I got. Just gonna put a little bit of oil on it just for demonstration purposes. Not gonna use a whole lot. You know, people don't oil these. You know, you actually do need to oil locks, especially if they're exterior. Give them a good oiling once every 6 months. Especially the cylinder is, or this is two names. This is a plug or the cylinder. You know, two different names for it. What you do when you rekey a lock, if you already got the key made, what you do is just take the key, stick it in the plug. You got your different pins here. Different pins. There's two different types of pins. There's driving pins and there's key pins. Key pins are the ones that have a little cone in the top, and those are the ones you'd want to stick in here. And you just stick those pins in here like this here. You know, especially if you got ones that aren't color coded, because sets have them are color coded. You know, you got ones that you just pull out of old locks. You're gonna have to drop them in there and see if they'll fit and if they're flush. You know, here's one that's flush, fit right in there. See, third hole. So that one's taken care of. You can kind of guess here. Yeah, no, that's a little low. You know, and you can get a little bit of tolerance here, but not a lot, or else the lock won't work. And they're designed to keep out. I'm just gonna drop another one in there. There you kind of have to drop them in a little bit. There we go. No, I don't want to flush it. It's a little tiny. You just keep looking and looking and looking for pins, you know. And if you got really long pins, you can always cut pins down, you know, with a file. Put them in the cylinder and file them down with a Swiss file is what I usually do. You know, it works pretty good. You know, but I've rekeyed quite a few locks here for this particular key here, so I'm running out of pins that will just drop right in and fit. So I'd have to cut a few of them normally. What I'm gonna have to do. But for this video, I'm not going to wreck any pins because I don't intend to actually rekey this and use it. There's another one that dropped right in there. And when I say what you do when you file one down here is you take it and you drop it in here. If it's stuck up a little bit, I got a Swiss file here that I use to put it in the vise, and I file it down, you know, so it gets even and flush. And let's say after you get your pins in and you got it so they're all flat on the top, and what you do is you take if you got a removable plate on the top, you take it and just stick it in right here. You take your plate off. I got this one here. You know, and then you just drop your driving pins, and the driving pins are the ones that are just flat on both ends. Just drop your driving pins in, you know, and then just drop your spring in. You do that on every single one, and then you just snap your top cover back on there, and the lock is good to go, and stick your key in and make sure it works. You know, I obviously didn't fully rekey this one here because I'd have to file some pins down, and I don't know if I really want to key any more locks for this key. But they are it's fairly easy to do if you know what you're doing. Not too terribly difficult, you know. As far as taking the cylinders apart, you know, if you got a Wiser style cylinder, that's one of these removable twist off. You depress this little pin in here, you depress the pin, and I'll just take one apart for shits and giggles here to show you. You just depress the pin and you rotate it off here. You know, these ones here are one of the easier ones. Some of them have snap rings that go around, like the Quickset has a snap ring that just snaps around here. They're not much of a snap ring. They're you know, they're not really spring steel. You kind of have to rebend them once you get them on there, clamp them together. Here you just take this and you twist her off right like this here. You just keep going and going and going until it comes off. There's a special tool you can buy to do this, but you know, I find a precision Allen wrench works good enough, or you know, one of those precision screwdrivers. Lift it off. Lift off your connecting bar, and here's your locking pin that keeps that thing on. You just take it and give it a dump. Out will come the locking pin spring. You know, and then obviously if you don't have it, I think this one here, shit. Where's that pile of keys at? There it is. I think this one here might be keyed for one of these keys. You can't get it out until you either A, pull off this cover and dump out the driving pins, or B, find the right key that fits in it. And it's one of these keys here, I think. Better be one of these keys. Here it is. There's the right key. And then you just take it and you pull it out. You want to make sure to keep your hand over here so the the springs don't just go flying out everywhere. And then you dump it out. You'll see here you got the driving pins and the springs will come out. Here's the cylinders. You can see how it works. See how each of the key pins, as you go in, bumps in the key make this go flush, so you can rotate it. But that's a little bit of basic locksmithing and how to basically rekey a lock. If you guys got any comments or questions, or want me to go into depth videos about lock picking or anything like that, feel free to send me a message and I'll do that for you. Spartan765 out.